How do you explain the last 90 seconds with the Pacers last night?
Well, let me just say this. If you're a Pacer fan, and certainly I am one of them, this has to sting. This is a gut punch because, look, and I've heard Rick Carlisle come out post-game, this loss is on me. Number one, yes, he should have called a timeout. I know they had one timeout out. He should have used it. You advance the ball. Then you have the whole court to inbound it, your front court as well as the back court. You get the ball in, you play the free throw game. Okay, so you don't call timeout. That's fine. Another thing I would have done, I would have got T.J. McConnell in the game, gotten Miles Turner out. So I would have had Halliburton, Neesmith, Nembhard, T.J., and Pascal Siakam on the floor. That's your speed unit. So I would have had T.J. McConnell taking the ball out, right? And then I would have told T.J., your first look, your second look, if you don't have it, then you call that last time out. Then you would have advanced it, and then hopefully you get the ball in. So those are two things. Didn't happen. Turnover happens. Here's another thing I would have done. Okay, so the ball is underneath the Celtics basket. Tyrese Halliburton is guarding Drew Holiday, taking the ball out. You remember the play. I tell Tyrese Halliburton, you've got to keep your left foot on the baseline and make sure Drew Holiday throws the ball to your right, either to the top of the key or to the corner where you can see everything. There's no way Holiday has the vision to pass it through to Jaylen Brown on the weak side if you have your foot on the corner. What Halliburton was doing, and rightfully so, they call this shadowing. He was shadowing, looking behind to see where Jason Tatum was, because you assume Jason Tatum, the number one option for the Celtics, is going to get the basketball. So he was shadowing him, trying to see where Tatum was, which he was behind him and kind of coming to the ball, but that's where you wanted the ball to go anyways. So there was a series of mistakes. It's a gut punch. It's very difficult to come back from this. But remember, this is kind of how the Pacers lost game one to New York in the first round and found a way to win that series. But Theodore, you've seen a lot of games, and I've been a part of situations like this. It's very difficult when you give games away in the playoffs to get them back. And the Celtics are much different than the Knicks. They're not battered and bruised. They're fully healthy, and they've got guys that can absolutely go get it. This is tough. I'll be curious to see how they rebound in game two mentally, Theodore.
Okay, if I said more likely to go 5 games or 7 games now?
Oh, man. It's – can I split the middle and say 6?
No. We take 6 off the board.
Look, as much as I would love my beloved Pacers to go 7 in this, you've got to be real. You're going against a team with the best record. You've got 2 All-Stars in Tatum and Brown. You've got 2 all-time second-team defenders in Derek White, Drew Holiday. 5. I would say 5 because of the gut punch.
Yeah.
And this reminds me, and Paulie, you may look this up, this reminds me of Larry Johnson's 4-point play in 99. The series was tied 1-1. Game 3 in the Garden. Larry Johnson, 4-point play. We had that game, we felt. We all remember that. They go up 2-1. People tend to forget. We came back and won game 4, the next game in the Garden, to even the series. But that taste and that feel, it still stung, and we lost the next 2, and we lost to the Knicks in 6. That's why I'm saying it stays with you. If we would have won that game 3, we won game 4, you would have been up 3-1, having to win one more. That's why I'm saying you can't give games away. And I've been in that locker room. I know how it feels when you gift wrap a game. They gift wrapped it that game 1, and a game 1 they needed mentally. But again, I want to see how they react in game 2. But to answer your questions, and I'm sorry, I would say 5 because it hurts.